All right, hey musicians, how you doing? So today I actually got a whiteboard today because this will help me to further illustrate the point that I want to make to you on improvisation. So this whole idea of improv and doing improv correctly, we want to make sure we start off from the right foundation. And the way that we start is to understand the overall structure of how it works, okay? And the overall structure for what you're doing in improvisation is built on this idea of approach, okay? That you are approaching something, okay? Right, so everything is built on approaching, meaning where are you trying to get to, all right? So let's say that we have a song that we want to do. I'm going to do a simple song, hallelujah, hallelujah. We're going to do it in C, right? Because that's going to help us out. Hallelujah. My handwriting is not the best, but that's actually perfect. Yeah, I don't want to distract you. We know the song's in C, so it's going to start off on a C chord. And then it goes hallelujah, goes to the 4, okay? So that's going to be an F. Hallelujah, so it goes to a 5. Hallelujah. All right, and then I'm going to put a flat major 7 there. Okay, I'll talk about that later. This F is what I want to discuss. All right, so there's 5 ways that we can approach this F. Well, first of all, let's just say this: you could just play the song and go straight to the C. So you could say, go to the F. You can go hallelujah, hallelujah. You can go straight to the F, right? But most people, they want to know, okay, I want all those stuff in between the F. How do I get there? What do I do? Okay? So I'm using another color here. So we have 5 different ways we can approach this F, okay? That's a little light, but hopefully okay. Now these aren't the only 5. Okay, these aren't the only 5 ways to approach it. You can do other ways, but these are the standard ways that you're going to look at. You can approach it from a half step. Half step up. A half step up from this F would be an F sharp, right? So I could hit a chord that has an F sharp. I could approach it from a whole step up, okay? Whole step up. Whole step up from that F would be a G. I can hit a chord with a G. I can go a half step down. Okay, that's going to be half step down from that F. Where is that? E. I could play a chord that has an E. These notes represent the roots or the bottom. Okay, these notes represent the bottom note of the chord. I can go whole step down. I told you I want to start from a proper foundation as an E flat. Or, and listen to me because this is the part that's important, I can approach it from its 5. So what that means is I can approach this chord. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can approach it from its 5. And we're going to write that by having a Roman numeral here. It's 5. Okay? And listen to this. This is the important part. I'm going to approach it from its 5, but I'm going to play a 7th chord. So I'm not just going to play a C chord, I'm going to play a C7. Okay? So C, oops, I didn't want that. C7. All right. Let's look at these. I'm gonna go on the piano. I'm gonna show you this. This is our intro. This is our intro to 5/7. Okay. All right. So I didn't mean to get that off. I'll put that over here. All right. Let me. Now I know you can't see my fingers as much, but you know we've got the camera on the whiteboard right now. All right. So let's look at the first one. Half step up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Did you see that? I was getting to this F and I used a chord that started with an F sharp at the bottom. Now let's do a whole step up. We're gonna get to the hallelujah, right? I know I'm trying to get here, and now I'm approaching it from a whole step up. Okay. See, so I use a G minor 9. Okay, let's go a half step down. How do I approach the F? 5 ways. Uh-oh, there's an E. E7 sharp 9 sharp 5. This is a beginner lesson, but this is important in establishing a framework. Okay, whole step. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Alright. Alright, down. Us left-hand people don't write that great. We just, but it helps you to understand stuff. Alright, so I'm on. Now the whole step down, I don't like it as much. I'm just going to use an E7. Not for this one. It works better for a minor. Okay, so that was just an E flat chord there. Or I could have done half steps. Hallelujah. No, sorry. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I could do that, but that's just one way. Now, I'm not saying that whole step down is always not good. It's just in this particular song, I don't like the voicing as well. But my point is that you can approach it from that angle. But the 5/7, and this is what we're going to talk about today. Now, instead of to get to this F, if I'm going to approach this F from its 5, then I'm going to be playing a C7. Okay, so that's going to be that. Now, in the last lesson, in the lesson above this one, I taught you the importance of knowing all your sevenths. So that has to be memorized. Go back to that lesson if you got to, because you want to memorize those sevenths. It's so crucial because it's going to build on everything we do in improv, is being able to play those 7 chords really fast. In fact, because what we're doing in this lesson is we are focusing on just the 5/7. So although we can approach the F from all these various ways, as a beginner, when you are starting out, the most important thing you are doing is learning how to approach a note from its 5. So let's do the G2, and then I'm going to play it and show you how it works. So what note is 5 above G? Right? What's a perfect 5th from G? Right? So that would be da, 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 da. So that's the 5. So I need to play a D7 to approach the G. Okay? Let's try it. We learned how to play a C7 in the last lesson. We learned how to play a D7 in the last lesson. And you have a chart that shows you how to build that up to make those chords fatter. But for now, we are just trying to figure out this kind of passing chords and how this works, okay? Remember, it's built on approach. Well, let's try it. Oh, jeez. All right. Play a C7. D7. Right now, I played a little early. Let me try that again. Right? Now, I need to play a G chord. Before I play that G chord, see that? There's my D7. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There's a G7 before that C. Hallelujah. And then I'm going to go to an A major 7 here. Okay? And that's where it says A major 7 there. Now, stay with me. I know this is a longer video, but I really just kind of wanted to make sure that all right. Okay. Check this out. Because we're going to need to do this in every key. And after this lesson, what I'm going to do is we're going to go through all the 5/7 so you can understand it. But I want to show you, I just played them in root position. Now I'm going to do something different now. Using the same thing. Now someone's going to say, wait a minute, you said to play a C7. I am playing a C7. If I have a C in the bottom, it's a C7. If I take off those 9s, it's a C7. But in the chart, I use the first extension. Which that's at the competent level. At the beginner level, you just need to know whatever you play is based on the C7. Whatever improv you do is based on a C7. Okay? So I just didn't play the bottom of that C chord. Okay, I could do, let me do another one. What in the world are you doing? I like that sound, but you said play a C7. I am playing a C7. If I put a C at the bottom of this chord, it is a C7. If I remove the D, it's a C7. Okay? So at the very beginning, you are memorizing your 7th chords. If you don't know your 7 chords, don't try to do the other ones because you're skipping steps. All right? Let me go to the next one. How do I approach the F? With a 7. Now someone's going to say, well, wait a minute. You did the E this time. This time you did an E. Well, actually, I'm using a C7 here. I'm actually just using the 3rd note and putting it at the bottom. But it's actually still a 7th chord. Okay? Now someone said, well, see, and this is where improv starts, because this is what everybody wants to know what we're doing. And that chord that I just did just now, look at this. D, F sharp, C is a dominant chord. F sharp, B is the 13 that's on the chart. That's the only note that is not in a D7 is a B. Every other single note I did is in the D7 chord. You see that? Okay. So you need to memorize your sevenths. Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out. That sounded real nice. But what to approach that A flat major? To approach that A flat major, I had to go up 5. And what note is 5 above an A flat? Because I have to play a 7th chord on that note. Alright? So now this is an introduction lesson to kind of show you how the principle works. What we're going to do now is we're going to run together and play all of the 5/7 chords. So we're going to do all of them, going to every single one. So I'm going to erase this board. We're going to come back. If you're not at your piano, go ahead and get to your piano and let's work these things out so we can get comfortable and competent at it.